All right.
All right. Welcome back to Made by J&D. Okay, so now that I've got the chassis out from underneath this GMC Motorhome body shell, what do I do with it? Well, I'm going to scrap the shell. I still have the windscreens to pull out. The dash is still up there. I've been taking out a few of the bolts from underneath in front to try to get the steering column out, the air conditioning unit. But it appears that I'm going to need to get help because the bolts need someone holding the inside when you're trying to unscrew the outside. Anyways, I'll work on the dash today. I'm also pondering what to do with the windscreens. I've been leaving them in the front because well, it's the safest place for them. I thought I had them sold, but it's just too hard to get them to the guy. You know, they're big and fragile. And we just couldn't come to terms on how to get it to where he is. So I've got to put them somewhere because they still have some value. But I'll work on that. I've got the steering column unbolted on the other side. On this side, there are still little beats to take out. Yeah, but do I take out the windscreens first or not? Don't know. I'll think about it. The windscreens have to come out. They're enormous, and they're also fragile. I don't think they're that heavy, though. Never taken one out before, so I'll be learning with all of you if you don't know how. What I have learned by looking at it is this rubber gasket was here between this and there was a metal frame, and then there was a window over here. There's a bead, and that bead was stuck in this kind of a slot. And I think what it did is it acted to just press these gaskets apart so that it would seal, or it would press, you know, it'd make a seal. So anyways, the bead's out, and then looking at it, the window only goes about to where the bead is. I'm going to assume that that's true all the way around, and that means where it's technically stuck into the nose cap right now, if I cut this part off, that should allow the windscreen to just fall out. And that's my working theory. But to start that, I'm going to take all the beads out from all the way around the windscreen, across the top, the middle, everywhere. And then I'll just run a razor along this line, pull that out, and that should pretty much just allow the windscreen to come out. There we go. Nothing to pulling that bead out of there. Comes right out. You can pull that one. Just pull it all the way out. Alrighty then. Might need to catch me. I don't want to come out over there, so I'll need to push. Just push down here. I'm going to try to push on the inside edge there and break it free. So just push down. Well, okay, the camera died just when we were taking the windscreen out. It came out successfully, tipped it forward, and Donna helped me carry it over here. And so I'll try to get maybe the second one, how the first went. It's looking a lot different. The big hole right here. I can get to the dash so much easier now. So anyways, we'll work on the driver's side now. Ooh, that's already loose. Not much holding that in there. This one has been loose a long time. Yeah, not yet. Hold it in here. I'm going to flop it forward, so.
Where are we going?
Pardon?
Where are we going?
Grip onto the edge, because I'm going to flop it forward and we're going to take it out.
The other one just... What's different?
I have to step on off the ladders. What's different? Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm going down.
Okay.
You got the edge? You got the end? Pick up the end.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'm not ready. There we go. Okay. Success. Take this middle bar out, and that entire cap is just going to be flopping loose. I had to cut these bolts off of this because it didn't want to come out. That's just a plastic hinge for the gas pedal. And there's a spring here. And this is the keeper that holds the cable on there. Okay, gas pedal is off. Now the brake pedal, held on by some big bolts here. I had Donna hold the other side of this. I got those loose. And the other ones are here, which go into the master cylinder. Now I can't get to those, so I'm assuming those are stuck into the master cylinder. So far so good. Got one more here, and that should fall off. Yep, and it did. Alrighty then, one brake master cylinder. That had a vacuum line on it. Something on the brake. You're not going to see much from this angle, but I'm taking out the air conditioning coil. It's 5 bolts. Next one up. Got it? Next one up. That's definitely off. Okay, that's it. One there. 2 more bolts. I'm going to need to put something down here because I reckon that's going to fall off there once it comes off. What am I going to use? I can move the whole motorhome. That didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it to. I went inside, and the motorhome rocked backward because it's got no weight to it anymore, and this just fell out. So I I don't know what I hit. I think it hit right here. I guess it's not hurt. Anyways, air conditioning unit's out. I didn't start filming right away because I was just kind of trying to figure out how this is put on here. This inner part, there's a shell of aluminum here, and this outer part is fiberglass. When I started peeling this nose away from this part, I thought this was a part of aluminum, but it isn't. This is all fiberglass to about here, and it goes all the way down, covers the entire front wheel. So I am now just prying it off of this inner shell of aluminum. It's kind of glued on. It's coming off all right. Just got to work it off so I don't hit myself in the face. I had visions of saving this nose part. It's cracked up underneath, and man, taking it apart, just no saving it. It's got to come off in order for me to scrap the rest of this. The dash is all aluminum, but the nose forward is all fiberglass. Okay. It's time to get rid of this now. I've got it, I've taken a hammer and I've busted off all of these little bits where the bolts go. I probably could have unscrewed those, but probably only half would have come out, if that. They bust off pretty easy. So really all I have to do now is break it off all the way down to the bottom, and then the roof. I'm making great headway here. I've got the bottom on the rear taken out. Pretty kind of broke off. This heavy extrusion here and the one at the belt line are pretty complicated. It looks like the siding slots up into it and the roof slots down into here. And on the belt line, same thing. It slots down into it from top, and the fiberglass bottoms slot up into it from there. So that'll fall right apart, I think. I think the glue is kind of perished. Look at this. There's not a lot of structural rigidity there anymore. Box is just going like this. So anyways, I'm going to take this trim off here, and that should free up the one rivet that I can't get to on the fiberglass end cap here. And also it'll take this off here, and that'll allow me then to push the roof off, I think. That was a corner piece. Slots in right here. And I don't know if that's cast aluminum or cast stainless steel. It's cast, whatever. Anyways, the slots right in there. Pretty cool. That was held in by a Phillips head screw. The rest of these are Torx. Well, all of the Torx have been taken out all along this side. Let's see how hard it is to pull. Well, it's not very hard at all, is it? Alrighty then. I'll continue on to the driver's side. Okay, that just twisted off. This is the extrusion along the top edge on both sides. It's got a slot in it here. That's what the that trim piece, the gutter, lined up in, as well as on the end over there, the two end pieces on either end. So what we have left, underneath all these bits of tree, you see rivets like this. And they're served so often. And I believe that's all that's going to hold the roof on anymore, other than adhesive. Yeah, I don't really need to take this piece off, but why not? I'm already here. It's got to come out. I don't think this was factory. I think when they redid the interior, whoever did that opted to put on this little bit of a brace because there's just some plain old plywood in there. I don't know. Maybe it's factory. Who knows? But it held up the center screw. Well, one of these. Right there, I think. Anyway, held up the headliner in the middle. And I don't think the original headliners held up in the middle. I think they were self-supporting from the edges. Well, last thing I have to do before taking the roof off, there's a series of bolts along here. That's actually a screw. Bolt, bolt, bolt. Wonder how they got a screw in there. And that's sort of holding on this fiberglass bit. Other than that, there's some rivets here and on that side, and adhesive. And I think the rivets along the top that I've already drilled out. Or have I? I might need to check that. And that's all that's holding on this brow. Still stuck on there pretty good. Let's see if I can run a putty knife around the inside of that. Maybe loosen the seam a little bit. Or do I just get my gantry crane here and rip it off? That'd be more fun. It's hard to get any gantry crane in here though. Yeah, I think I'll get the gantry crane in here and rip it off. Now it's convertible. Yeah, wheel well tubs, they're fiberglass. Those two are left. Floor is still plywood. I think I'll leave that last because I still need to walk around in there. And not a lot left. Used to be somebody's pride and joy. Well, that's pretty much everything inside this shell except for the floor. The next thing will be taking off the roof, I think. Let's just take one last look around.